Hi, everyone. My name's Alex Sabatelli-Rager. Welcome to the call tonight. We're talking about some exciting things tonight, all about this amazing patch called the X39 from LifeWave. And we're talking about the movement behind the patch, which is getting it out into the world, into over 75 countries now, worldwide, 20-year-old company, pretty darn cool stuff. And let me just tell you right off the bat, I had somebody show me today. They were like, hey, I heard about this new thing. It looks like people are copying what we're doing and yada, yada. And, I don't get on social media enough probably, but like when I do, I've seen so many gadgets and little doohickey thingies that do all different things. And holy moly, it's there, it's a show. It's a show. And so what I want to do here tonight is give you the education that you need to be able to learn enough about this little patch called X39, which activates and reinvigorates your body in such a way that is really quite mind-blowing. And a little bit about the company behind it, the industry that we're in, and kind of what's possible if you decide you want to share a little bit here or a lot. And that is huge. And again, in the land of opportunity and in a world of uncertainty, there's a lot coming at you right now. So I want to give you what you need to make a really solid decision for yourself, whether you're looking at the product or any level between that and maybe brand partnering with us. So I'm going to cover a little bit of everything here in the next 40 minutes. So hang tight. Let's go. I'm going to share my screen with you. First things first, there are ways to get plugged in. We do lots of different things here in terms of educating and making sure that you have, again, what you need to make these choices and to plug other people in. So we have a schedule here. On Mondays, I do 2 different calls. I just finished a call for people that are already in the business, that are starting to move up in the business. We start Mondays with that. And then, of course, this call that we're doing here, talking about the product, a bit about the patch, the technology, the science, the company, like I said, all the basics. And then again, on Wednesday, we have a launch lab, which is really for people that are just getting started to learn the basics, how to get plugged in, how to get started, to do a little bit or a lot. It's totally up to you. We want to just make sure you have everything you need at your fingertips. That we cover on Wednesday's launch lab. And then again, we have this meeting talking about the product and the possibilities on Wednesdays. So you can plug people into that as well. So it's a great place for you to find these things, and you can take a screenshot. Of course, this little QR code here will take you right to our YouTube channel as well. So these are our 4 main places to get plugged in. If you are already part of this team or thinking of considering or joining or what have you, grab that Facebook group right there. Facebook is where we're going to pretty much talk about what's coming up and celebrations and any news and important things. That's a great place to be. That's for the team. It's a team Facebook group. The YouTube, of course, again, is for all of these calls, and all the replays are immediately posted. Go to the playlist section, make sure that you subscribe, and you will find all of the training here, all the past launch labs, all the past leadership labs. They're all different, and all of the past of this call, so you can find a favorite one if you want to share one with people you love. All about the patch and all about our business training and how we do what we do. I'll be covering that in this conversation here tonight, but these websites are right here, and I will show this screen again at the end. But I want to dive right on in and start talking about this patch because it's really amazing, and your health and wellness can really be brought to a whole new level when you use this patch because it works at a systemic level. It's up leveling and upgrading the flow of energy in your body, and it's resetting thousands, a third of your genome, thousands of your genes, like 3,000 to 4,000 of them, re-regulating them, upregulating the ones that need to be upregulated, downregulating the ones that need to be downregulated to bring you into a younger, healthier state. We're talking like 20 to 25 years old for these reset of genes. And that's what happens when we wear this. And you're going to see how that works. But it shows up in our strength and in our stamina and so much more, because it's elevating a very specific peptide in the body that changes the game. It's the holy grail of anti-aging, what this particular peptide does. And it took 10 years and $4.5 million for David Schmidt, our founder and CEO and inventor, to create this patch. And this company is 20 years old. So we're not just messing around here. He took his time to find the exact formulation to get this patch to do what it does. So have you been patched yet? I sure hope so. I sure hope so. If not, get back with the person who invited you to this call and get yourself patched immediately. And as long as you're wearing this patch, 12 hours on, 12 hours off, you will have that re-regulated, that your genes will be held in that younger, healthier state. and you will start to act younger and younger and younger, and you will see what happens, because we're going to go through what happens. So real quick, two types of main cells in the body. We've got universal pluripotent stem cells that can become anything in the body to rebuild, repair, and regenerate the body. We also have cells that have been differentiated into specific tissues, organs, systems in the body that have already been changed into skin or pancreas, whatever they are, hair, all these different specialized stem cells that have been differentiated already. So there's two different types there. And stem cells can actually be, well, I should say, skin cells can be reverted back into pluripotent, which can become anything, universal stem cells that can then turn back into any other type of cell it needs to be. Again, skin cells can be reverted back into pluripotent universal stem cells to rebuild, repair, regenerate anything in the body over time when you use this patch. And I'm going to show you how. That's why I want to make sure you've been patched. Okay, it's huge, absolutely huge. And maybe I'm getting ahead of myself, but I want you to stick around because this is crazy. But it's true. It is true. Because of one peptide. Okay, this is not snake oil. This is, again, 10 years, $4.5 million to figure out how to re-regulate a specific peptide in the body that has gone down, that is directly tied to our stem cells and our activity, and basically that flow of energy in the body. So it's huge. So that's why you might consider wearing this patch, right? The fewer stem cells that you have, then the faster you're going to age and the slower you're going to heal. And you will see that. In fact, by the age of 30, we've already are experiencing symptoms of aging that are ridiculous. Half of our stem cells are active. Half. Look at the people that are 30 that are already doing all these procedures on their faces and on their bodies, and it's incredible. It's incredible. And now, granted, there's some of that is just marketing, but nonetheless, it's still pretty amazing how fast people are aging, and their gut health is going down. They're getting unhealthy. They have immune disorders that are kicking in, all kinds of stuff, taking energy drinks. By age 60, you've lost just about all of that activity of your stem cells. So your ability to rebuild, repair, regenerate has gone down almost completely with this activity not being there. So think of this. What are you taking to wake up in the morning, to go to sleep at night, to maintain energy throughout your day, pre-workout, post-workout, to get your skin looking nice and healthy? What about collagen? We're trying to get collagen in the body. What about that inflammation? What about pain? What about hair regrowth? How about all the other stuff that you're taking that you can't detox out of the body right now, and you're getting toxic? What about all those different ailments? And it's crazy. So when you think about what's in your supplement drawer and you think about what's in your medicine drawer, what is going on? And how can we get our body to function the way it's meant to start healing itself again? And that's the conversation we're here to have tonight. So again, stem cell activity is everything, everything, everything. When it comes down to it, I don't care how many gadgets are out there to help lift your jowls and grow your hair and whatever, right? Or to plug it in and stimulate you in some way to try to, have you focus on this while your pains go over there. I don't know. They're gimmicky. Some of them work, granted, but how many of those things do we need to be plugged into and taking and swallowing and rubbing all over ourselves to be healthy? Really? Okay, let's talk about this activation patch. How does it work? Okay, well, here it is. It looks like this. It looks like a little Band-Aid. You take the backing off. That's just half of the backing. I'm putting it up here. You stick it on your body. It's got in there nanocrystals in the center of this. See these little nanocrystals in the middle. They're completely encased. It does not put anything into your body. It's non-transdermal, nothing going in your body. Okay, you stick it on, your body heat gets trapped inside of this little patch, and it reflects back off of those nanocrystals a very specific frequency. I'm going to say it again, 10 years, $4.5 million to figure out what is in this little thing to make it do this. It reflects back in the infrared spectrum off of your body heat, your light. We are all energy. We are all frequency. We are all made of light. Traps it, brings it back, and signals your body to produce a tripeptide called GHK. And that immediately binds to the copper in your body. Make sure you're taking copper glycinate. Copper glycinate. You can get it. It's really inexpensive. Take that. Make sure you have it circulating in your body. Okay. That GHK goes up, binds to the copper glycinate in the body, or to the copper in your body, and produces GHK copper peptides. They are known as the holy grail of anti-aging. I'm going to show you a website in a minute where you can go in there and you can type in any ailment you want on PubMed, and this copper peptide, and you can have fun looking, because I'm not here to diagnose, treat, cure, or anything, right? Any disease process in the body. I'm here to show you what this patch does. It elevates a tripeptide, and we know that to be true from our research, and we have more research I'll go through in a minute. But I want you to go down that rabbit hole if you want to. In fact, I'll just tell you right now, it's startx39.com, startx39.com, and you will see that site in a minute. That's where you can go into PubMed and like just search away whatever's going on for you and see what happens there. It is the holy grail of anti-aging. Again, organic nanocrystals is what it's made of. It activates that tripeptide, resets like thousands, 3,000 to 4,000 genes. It's a third of your genome to a younger, healthier state. About 20 to 25 years old, they're going to start acting. And that's going to start allowing your body to heal itself, reactivates your own stem cells and so many other systems in the body. It's known as photobiomodulation or phototherapy. It's just changing your chemistry of your body with light. And it's totally non-invasive. It does not matter what you're taking, eating, what have you, with the exception of perhaps if you are on chemotherapy actively or you're in the midst of an organ transplant. In those cases, yeah, you don't want to be activating your own body's repair, rebuild, regeneration when you're knocking the body down to have other things happen. That's just, it's kind of common sense, but those are the two things I would warn. Otherwise, you can use it no matter what, and you don't have to rub it on. You don't have to change your diet. You don't have to eat anything, swallow anything, nothing. You don't need to change anything about your lifestyle. You stick it on and then you take it off. It's amazing. And it's really that simple. And this healthy activity is unique to this patch. Yes, the company's 20 years old and we have other patches, but it took 10 years to make this one. And this is the one that's changed the industry. It's changed our health. It's changed the whole game and certainly the company. So I mean, in terms of phototherapy, that's just been around forever, right? But phototherapy as a science over the last 100 years, we see it in everything. And there's so many different things like red lights and blue lights and lasers and all kinds of light therapies. We also see frequency therapies and all different things in the world these days. So it's not unheard of, but what's beautiful again is you don't have to plug it in. It's so simple and it's less than a cup of coffee a day. And all you do is wear it for 12 hours and then take it off and rest for 12 hours. Most people do this during the day. Just piggyback it with a habit like brushing your teeth, leave them near your toothbrush, put one on in the morning and take it off at night when you brush your teeth at night, provided you brush your teeth twice a day. Call it prevention. I call it not only prevention, but regeneration and actually age reversal. And you'll see that in a minute. And that's as simple as that. But you want to make sure you drink a lot of water because your body's going to start acting young again. And it's going to want to get rid of the crap that's in there that's not supposed to be in there anymore, because some of the most immediate effects are going to be basically antioxidants going up, and your master antioxidants that want to get rid of the things that your body doesn't want anymore. So really important to be drinking a lot of water. You can wear more than one patch at a time, especially if you're compromised, but just pay attention to your body's energy. If it feels too much for you, you can wear it for fewer hours until you can titrate up to a full 12 hours on, 12 hours off. It might make you sleepy because your body wants to go straight into recovery, and that's fine too. Wear it at night instead of during the day, and then you'll probably normalize in a couple weeks. Basically, you'll find a nice normal equilibrium somewhere around a couple of weeks, and you can start tracking the changes as of day one. So we'll talk about that. So GHK, and again, GHK copper peptides, this is what we have clinically proven are going up and changing in the body when you wear this phototherapy patch X39, and it elevates these. It's known to decline. They are known to decline with age, again, at the same exact rate as our stem cell activity, which is, I'll say it again and again, how our body rebuilds, repairs, and regenerates. It's how we stay young and healthy. And if we don't do that, we take a million things and we play whack-a-mole with our health. So this is, again, the first patch designed to elevate this copper peptide that has so many benefits, including that activation of pluripotent stem cells. And the benefits are crazy. The first things that you're going to be able to see are, again, an immediate effect in those antioxidants going up, particularly our master antioxidant called glutathione. This is the one that unlocks our fat cells, especially helps that the toxins that are stored in our fat, which are there so that they're not floating around bombarding our organs and our systems, they get stored in our fat cells, which is, again, also why people gain weight and keep gaining weight. They go on diets, they lose the weight, the toxins get let out, but we can't get rid of them through the body without glutathione. So the body produces more fat cells. As soon as you reintroduce food, it gobbles up all of those toxins again and holds them safe so that we don't get toxic and sick. That's why people have such a hard time even losing weight. Did you know that? Pretty interesting, right? I'm not saying this is a weight loss product, but you might be surprised what happens when glutathione goes up and you're able to actually finally release those toxins. That's huge. And maybe that's not all on this slide, but you just should know that. I've been in nutrition a really long time and I know that, and that's important for you to know. It's huge. And so also another big thing is a decrease in inflammation. Okay, who doesn't have inflammation? It's chronic and it's throughout the whole body systemically, and it's so tied to stress. And who doesn't have chronic stress, right? So all of this stuff puts us in fight or flight. We'll talk more about that, but gosh, this decrease in inflammation, you might feel it right away if you have acute inflammation in the form of pain, but it might just be all around the body. And everybody's body actually breaks down in its own unique way, according to what you eat, what you don't eat, the dirty air, dirty water, dirty food, dirty thinking, right? Like bad thinking, not healthy. Stinking thinking makes us ill. I mean, it's probably one of the most important factors that people don't realize can affect our health is the way that we think and process. So all of these things lead to a stress response that leads to inflammation and chronic inflammation. And then, of course, there's always that acute inflammation as well from specific injuries or different things that are just breaking down over time. So everyone's body is breaking down in its own unique way, and it's going to rebuild in its own unique way. And let me show you all the different ways you might notice this happening for you. More energy. This is absolutely one of the first things that people tend to notice is a nice, even energy in their day. Now, again, some people might feel a little sleepy right away if their body goes straight into recovery. Do not think that there's something wrong there. That just means your body's going right into healing, and that's great. Flip flop it, wear it at night instead of during the day until you can switch it back. But cellular energy increase is so big and so often one of the first things that people will notice. So pay attention to that. I'm also going to show you a tracking form, or I'll tell you where you can find one that we really ask that you track all these different areas, because you might be expecting your knee pain to go away or your hair to regrow or your skin to start looking younger right away. And that might be the only thing you're focused on, because these things can happen. But then you might have 4 or 5 other things happen that you're not paying attention to. So I want you to note, again, we all break down at a different rate and we all rebuild at a different rate and in different ways. So I'm just going to give you like a blanket of all the possibilities here, but it's important that you track how your body is responding and that you use it regularly and for time so you can really see what happens for you. So better sleep. This is huge for most people, reporting that their sleep is deeper and longer and that they're dreaming more. Pay attention to that for you. And again, it might just be for a few weeks while you're recovering and then come back into a nice normal balance, but that should be something to pay attention to for you. Dramatic pain relief. This can be instant and it might take time. It's fine. Either way, it's something that you can expect, whether it's related to inflammation or some other healing, and it depends on your body and how it is breaking down. But most people, many people, if they have pain, will notice a reduction of pain, and sometimes within minutes. You might be a one-patch wonder, but please, if that doesn't happen for you, keep on it, keep paying attention to other things, because more than likely you're going to find multiple other things too while you're waiting for that specific thing to happen if it doesn't happen right away. Wrinkle reduction over especially 4 to 12 weeks is when you want to start really looking at the collagen production. You will notice it in the skin. It's the most abundant protein, however, in the whole body. So this is happening, it's happening systemically, but you're going to probably notice it most in the skin because that's what we can see. So a reduction in wrinkles in the skin and appearance of fine lines, that is really cool. So take a picture of your face before you start the product or right away on the front, both sides. Take a picture of your neck as well. And any scars on your body, I'll skip over here over to the scar reduction. This is this, these stem cells in the skin lead to remodeling, which is the last phase in wound healing that most often we don't even reach. And so you might notice a softening and a lightening and a normalizing of scars. Scar tissue also is within the body. So that could be happening as well if you've had surgeries or accidents or things in the body where you have scar tissue that again can soften and lighten and become more normal. So that's something to look for. So cool. So cool to see that. I had that happen for myself too. By the way, I've had all these things happen over time, all of them, literally all except pain, because I didn't have pain before. So I'm blessed, thank God. But that was only one thing that I didn't notice of all these things. Everything else showed up. Sports performance, both sports performance and recovery after exercise, especially as we're older, because that's when we really notice where we're like faltering, but it happens at any age. And we have many, many people in professional sports that use this patch. And it's, of course, perfectly safe to do so. And it doesn't break any rules. But yeah, really incredible, more fit than in your 20s when you're in your the 50s and above, that you'll notice this with sports performance. But again, it's just showing that the body is acting younger. Wound healing. Okay, so I talked about scar reduction, but wound healing is really what stem cells are all about, right? This is where if you have any wounds or an accident or anything going on, you want to consider doubling up or using more than one patch for sure, because the elevation of the GHK copper peptides leads to stem cells elevating the production of growth factors. And I'm going to talk about the industry in a minute, but these growth factors are what the industry is all about, right? It's about these different parts that are being excreted from stem cells that tell the body, they're signaling molecules that tell the body to rebuild, repair, and regenerate. That's what they do. And wound healing is 3 times faster when you're using this patch. This is what we have seen. So, supporting that natural wound healing process is happening systemically through the whole body. So that's like really, really exciting. Really exciting if you have anything going on around needing to heal. Youth renewal and age reversal both have to do with that reset of the DNA, going back to a younger, healthier state. Think about it. DNA is it's basically encasing the information of the light that we are. I mean, we are light beings, and the DNA is the structure that kind of holds, it's like the physical structure that holds that light into a formation. And the way that it expresses, and I know this might seem a little esoteric, but it's true. The way that it expresses in that DNA it's like it's crystalline. It has to do with drinking a lot of water, and what's signaling the way for that to express is our thoughts and the information and the media or medium around it, the food, the water, the air, all of these things affect the way that DNA is expressing. And so a lot of the genetics are being downregulated that shouldn't be. They're not working properly, and others are being upregulated for illness. And so all of that resetting that happens is bringing it back into more of a homeostasis, to a younger state of function. And that's what we're looking to do. And that's what GHK copper peptides do. And so youth renewal and age reversal is happening because of that reset. It's absolutely huge. So better health and vitality, partial age reversal, that's biomarkers in different areas. You're going to want to dig into the research. It's so cool. And so it can show up in many different ways. It can show up in the skin and in the hair and in the face and in all different places that we can look at. In fact, hair regrowth is really, really common as the hair follicles will enlarge in most people when you have GHK copper peptides going up. And so right around 3 weeks, and I have many hairdressers actually in my own organization, because they see this in their clients. Or else I'll have a client that says, my hairdresser's freaking out because I'm doing extensions in my hair, and she's like, what's with all this new hair? And they get really excited. So that can happen, and it happens for a lot of people. Hair regrowth, darkening, so many different things. But what I want to share especially, and I mentioned this before, is the way we think and what this does for the autonomic nervous system and for the entire nervous system, the brain, the whole thing. And it really helps to bring that into a balance. So the way that we see the world, the way that we experience the world is calmed down. It's less stress related and more balanced into the parasympathetic. I mean, less stress response. So we're less triggered, a little less angry, a little less combative, I could say, and a little bit more calm. And when you think about the fact that we can only heal when we are in a calmer state, we can't heal when we're in chronic stress. We're inflamed when we're in chronic stress. We want to lower that, right? Our relationships are affected when we're in chronic stress and quite frankly, nippy and triggered, right? So that can make a huge difference. So all of these factor into the quality of our life in a huge way. But also cognition is improved. Our sleep is, like I mentioned, sleep, all these different neurochemicals come into a more homeostasis. And that also affects our heart rate variability, brain heart coherence. It's just what the body does when it is more in balance and acting younger. And to me, that is the quality of life that can change everything. right? So memory and all of these things can be hugely related to that. But again, that stress response is just huge. So you can have all these benefits in so many millions of different ways it shows up uniquely for you. Because of elevating this peptide with this phototherapy patch, non-transdermal, puts nothing in your body, and it costs about a cup of a coffee a day. And when I talk about the industry here in a second, you're going to realize that this is something that even if you're involved in the industry and you really love using, the idea of growth factors and stem cells and all these different really, these therapies, this is going to really make sense for you to use even alongside that. It's pretty incredible. So very safe and effective. And to go into more research about it, go to startx39.com. This is the website where you can dive into GHK copper peptide research. You can go into research that the company has done on the patches to show what's happening there. You can find short videos. You can find what's going to happen in one day and in a week and in 30 days and so on, how to wear it. All the details are on that website. You can't purchase it from that website. You'll have to get back with the person who invited you here. We've created this website as education. So if you if you're looking at the product yourself and you're already thinking of people, which happens all the time, and we hope it will, because everyone needs to know about something like this that's so cost effective that might be able to lessen what's in that supplement drawer and that medicine drawer. Yeah. Please send them to this website and hook them up with the person who invited you here so that they can get started in the right way. And we'll talk about that in a minute too. Startx39.com. So we're going to transition now. We're going to talk a little bit about David Schmidt. He's our founder and CEO. We're going to talk about the company a little bit and a little bit about the industry. And I'm going to talk also about how to get started and a little touch on the compensation plan. I won't go deep into it, but I want you to get a vision of it so you have just those basic couple questions answered, and I'll show you where you can get more, because I want to make sure, again, wherever you are on this call, that you learn what you need to make your next decision. Okay. So David Schmidt, he's amazing. I've done a couple of interviews with him. He's just such a cool guy. He's got one foot in the science world, one foot in the spirituality world. He's kind of got that metaphysical, physical thing going on. Nice balance there. And he's just this incredible inventor. He's got over 130 patents. He's a 2-time recipient of the Advanced Technology Award from the International Hall of Fame. He's at the helm of this ship. It's a privately held company. And at this point, 20 years old, like, I'm not going to hang my hat on a company that's less than 5 years old, because most companies don't make it more than 5 years. I don't care about new and exciting if it's not proven and somebody who's going to patent and prove their products. And that's what he does. So this company, 20 years old, has gone from 20 million to 320 million in the last 3 years. And why? Because this patch came out 3.5, 4 years ago. And that's what brought it to that level. And now we're in over 75 countries, and we had a huge growth this last summer, 30% growth within a 1 month period. That's how big it is. Now, let me tell you, I'm going to say it again and again and again, 10 years to produce this. This is not a gimmick. It may look like a little Band-Aid, but I promise you, there is so much behind this little patch, and this company would not be this old, this successful, and have this trajectory of growth in this industry, which we're going to talk about in a second, and be in 75 countries, being led by happy customers that are getting results. Okay, I want you to snippet that, because those few things right there tell you right there that this is no gimmick. It works, and you got to get yourself on this product and use it for a while to really see we're not kidding. So again, it's a patented technology. We have a 20-year patent on this patch, although I think we're down to 16 now, maybe 17 years left, but it's not a Me Too product. It's not like anything else out there. It's not gimmicky. It's literally phototherapy in a patch. It's not a shampoo. You don't have to rub it on. You don't have to swallow anything or change your lifestyle. It's not another weight loss thing. It's not another skincare thing. It's not another hair care thing. And you might notice something in all of those areas when your body starts acting young again. Why do you think there's so many products out there right now? Because we're falling apart way too soon. So if we can actually get our bodies back online again, back online, like a 25-year-old, again, at least a third of it acting that way, we may not need all of these products, right? Doesn't that make sense? Makes sense to me. Totally. So let's talk about this biologics stem cell industry right now. This is expected to hit 30 billion soon. I mean, huge explosion of growth in this arena. These therapies are becoming super popular. People understand the importance of these healthy stem cells, specialized growth factors that come out of these stem cells. People are pulling the blood out of their skin, I mean, out of their bodies, spinning it for PRP, platelet-rich plasma, re-injecting it in their face for different types of facials. They're putting it in, honestly, they're putting in their privates to get better experience there. They're putting it on their scalp to grow more hair. They're doing stem cell injections through the body. They're doing exosomes, which are the signaling molecules that stem cells put out. They're putting those all over the body, in and out of the body. A lot of these therapies are not legal in the United States. They're being done in the black market anyway. They're expensive. They cost thousands of dollars. Some of them can work great, but it depends on the quality of what the medium is and where it's coming from. They're extracting it from bone marrow, from, like I said, from the blood, from umbilical cords, from, I mean, all over, fat, adipose tissue, harvesting it everywhere because it's golden, right? Growth factors. What is this patch doing? It's telling your body to produce more. It's waking you up. It's giving you a glow up that is directly tied to your stem cell activity. So your stem cells wake up and start producing these growth factors and collagen and all the things, right? So if you're going to have any of these done, right, these different therapies, fine, great. In fact, I just talked with somebody today, who's having something done with her face. She's doing the facial thing, and she's having all this blood taken out, but she's been using the patch for like 4 months now. In fact, she's starting to give me she's bringing some people in who are interested because she's doing great with it, but she wants to get more. So I said, thank God you're taking the patch or using the patch, because her blood and her stem cells are now active again. I think she's 70, 72, and they're all active again. So that means she's going to get way better results with something like this because her cells are acting young again, right? So you can use them together if you want, but most people can't afford these. And so this is a great alternative. So I could go on and on about that industry because it's really amazing. The results are shoddy, however, because again, of the media that you're getting, the medium, the actual product that you're putting back in the body. But certainly if you're going to do it, they work together. And this industry is huge, 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 super growing. So you are now really clear that this product is amazing. The company is amazing. The growth and trajectory of the company is amazing. The industry is amazing. There's all those kinds of research. It's one product focus. There's no real competition of it whatsoever, except for maybe the stem cell industry, which is not really competition. So I want you to consider these possibilities for you. And perhaps if you've thought of other people who could benefit from that huge list of things and many other things that can happen, we would like to invite you to please think of other people. Think abundantly, who else could use this? You don't have to do this. So we're going to talk about how you can get started. And by all means, coming in as a wholesale customer, just to save some money on a bulk, sets you up that if you decide you want to be a brand partner, you certainly can. And we want to invite you to do that because possibilities are endless. Why you would do this is completely unique to you. And so talk with the person who invited you. Maybe you just want your products paid for, and that's a great first step. Or maybe you just want to tell other people because it matters, and it really does. So if you have that heart of service to others, it really can lead to abundance. And that, again, what's most important in your life? For me, it's straight up, it's freedom. It's just freedom. I wanted to be able to have a retirement plan for myself that I couldn't put together for myself as a single mom. This was a way for me to be able to produce something that I could give to my children and that could continue to produce in a way that has, that was just that I didn't have the kind of money to put into a retirement program. So that was huge. So security is really part of that for me as well. But for you, what could it be, right? It's just going to be unique. Explore this because there really are endless possibilities, but you don't have to do anything big. You can just share a little bit, but I'll tell you right now, you can definitely go far, very far in this because the marketing plan is just unreal. It's unreal. I've never seen anything like it. So you can bring whatever size light bulb to this grid and plug it in and go as far as you want to go. It's pretty cool. So in wrapping, we're a couple more slides here, and I do want to show you just the basics of that comp plan, but this is really where everything is in terms of how to learn everything about the business. We've put this together as for the team. The team is called Quantum Field Team, and build331.com is the website with everything, all the steps, step 1 through 9 of exactly what we do. And it's the fastest, biggest team, fastest growing and biggest team in the company, and really put together as simply and duplicatable as possible for you to be successful. So there's lots of training on here. It goes much deeper into the compensation plan and all the different things. So you can certainly learn more here, but build331.com is that site. I will give you that again in the end. Everything soup to nuts is there for you. So let's talk about getting started. There's 2 ways of getting started. You can be a customer. That can be in a couple different ways, or you can be a brand partner. And that brand partnership really can look just like a wholesale account. But should you decide you want to start sharing, we just kind of call it a brand partnership where you can activate and start making money. Just a slightly different, but it's the same account. It just means you're going to be put into the organization with a package. Okay. So getting started just as a customer, you can buy wholesale. I'm sorry, you can buy retail at $149.95, basically $150 for a month's supply. Comes in a little sleeve like this, housed inside a bigger sleeve like this. Beautiful. It's got instructions for use. It's a 30-day supply. It's called a sleeve. So about $150 a month retail, just for a one-time, 1-month trial, if you want to do that. And of course, there's a guarantee with that. If you want to save money and have that auto ship to you every month, you can do that for, I think it's minimum of 3 months, but they have a couple different options there for that auto ship program. You can get it for $99.95 per month, but you do have to pay tax and shipping for each shipment each month. But again, it's a 1-month supply, so you can save money that way and be a customer. That does not set you up to make any money or to save with any bulk discounts. So just a heads up on that. So you can order that, again, just as a customer. If you decide that you want to be a brand partner / wholesale and get some wholesale discounts, then we have 3 different options for that. We have a starter pack, which is 3 packages. You get 3 months supply for the price basically of 2 retail. So $299.95. You only pay shipping one time. Most places in the United States, it's about $8.20. You get 3 months supply, perfect for sharing with a spouse, couple people in the household, or if you want to double up on yourself and share a little bit with your maybe a significant other. And then we recommend an auto ship to come right after that next month, because you might find yourself starting to want to share with other people and activate that sort of brand partnership. You might not, but you might. And so I usually encourage that. So I like to set people up with that, but we can always change it if needed. So that's the silver starter pack. $299. The next one up from that is the business builder. That's a 5-pack option. It's $499.95. Again, you're getting the best pricing, but they're going to throw in a bonus sleeve of one of our other patches, which is really cool. It's and you can talk with your with the person who invited you to this to decide which one that you want to try out for free. It's pretty cool. It's like $80 for free. But with that one, what's cool about this one at the gold level is you're set up at least with a pack that will allow you to promote to higher levels should you decide sharing. So again, if you have a mind that, I think I do know a few people, then you want to maybe consider coming in at the gold level, or at least bumping up to the gold level soon after you start at the silver level, so that you can promote and start to earn more in dollars, which again, I won't go into here. The Serious Business Builder pack is 19 sleeves, which is 19 packs for the price of it's like $84 or something per. So that's like the cheapest way to buy it, and you're buying it in bulk. Now, why would you buy that many sleeves? A couple of reasons. Number one would be if you're already in networking and you have a network of people and you get the vision of what this is and what this can be and what it has been for others, and you want it all in. That's what I did. I just saw it and I'm like, oh gosh, I'm going in. So I bought the big pack and I just reached out to all the people that I knew that I thought would do that with me. And the cool part about this is, yes, you make a big investment, but for 3 months, you don't have to buy any auto ship afterwards for 3 months. And you get paid the highest amount in product introduction bonus. You'll learn about that in a second, for 3 months. And so basically, what does that mean? It means when I buy that, I can make $500 on every other person I bring in at that level for 3 months or 90 days. And that's what I did. And I think I brought 7 or 8 people in at that level $500 each. I made my entire investment back and way then some, had all the product I needed to sample and to use for myself, didn't have to buy anything more for 3 months. And I launched my business seriously. Like that was awesome. Not for everybody. And you can upgrade to that, which is fine. But I'm telling you that that option is there. But another great person that this is for is an influencer, somebody who has a huge list of people, who's got influence with people, or somebody who has a storefront. So a chiropractor, a hairdresser, somebody in a med spa, or like a acupuncturist, holistic practitioners, people who would understand this type of a technology and have a storefront where they can retail it, because they can buy it at wholesale, sell it at retail. And of course, we could talk about more about that in one of the launch labs about how to support those people, right? So that's a great way to get started. So those are just some ways that you can get started. Again, it shouldn't be difficult. You can just decide if you just want to try it out, or if you want to come in and save some money, potentially become a brand partner, or you already see that vision. And again, get with the person who invited you here to make that choice. And to wrap up, I just want to share that this is a binary system. We get paid many different ways. We get paid when we sell a product. We get paid when we sell a packet, one of those different wholesale packets. That's a linear way that we get paid. We also get paid by building team. We have a left and a right team. And as we grow those teams and they're selling products and those products are moving, because we get paid on products moving, not on team members joining. When those products start moving, they each have a point value to them. And we have a binary system where when we have a certain number of points on one side accumulating and a certain number on the other side, it kicks out these introduction bonuses, or these bonuses that are called cycle bonuses. And so they kick out $50 each, and that maxes out at $25,000 a week. So that's like $100,000 of possibility that you can earn by building team, that helping those team become successful and move product. And then those commissions start to really kick up. And that's a huge part of the way that we get paid linearly. Non-linear, it's more leveraged, right? This is where you kind of get paid each month for what you've done in the past. So helping other people get successful, get plugged in, and sell products is what's going to really build this. And the cool part after that is that when we have team members that are making those bonuses, we can earn 25% on those that we bring in directly on the bonuses that they're making. We can make 20% on the people that they're bringing in that are making those bonuses, and another 20% on the people they're bringing in. So 3 levels down, if they're making these matching bonuses by really engaging and helping people to sell product, we can really, really, really make a difference. And this is really legacy pay here, and this is unlimited pay. There's a couple of qualifications. You'll learn all about it on build331.com. I'm not going to blow your hair back too much on that, but I will tell you, I've never seen a more lucrative ever compensation plan than I have with this binary program with matching bonus like this. It is absolutely so generous and so incredible. And when you saw how big this company is growing right now and the growth, this is a great time to come in, great time to come in. So consider that. And so if you have a vision at all for that, make sure you are on a subscription, because those 2 buckets I was telling you, or those 2, points that collect and kick out those bonuses there, those leveraged bonuses, you have to have an auto ship going, or you have to be moving some product within your own business center. So having at the silver level, the 3-pack, just have 1 of these coming every month. If you're at the gold level or above, have 2 of these coming every month. Again, if you come in at diamond, 3 months, you don't need to have anything auto shipped, but after that you do. It's because we need to be a product of the product. We need to be using it and have a little bit coming through our own selves as we go out and build the business. And that's it. And that will allow you to move up the marketing plan and maximize on it. So that's the presentation tonight. And I did it, 43 minutes. Okay, these last couple slides. Again, this is how you get plugged in on Facebook, YouTube, all about the patch on startx39.com. And of course, our business training site, build331.com. And then again, I will be back on Wednesday doing a launch lab for all the new folks that are just getting started. And then we'll do this meeting again in its own new unique flavor, as always, on Wednesday, same time, same station. So make sure you are plugged into that. And until that next time, I hope that gave you enough information to help you make a choice for yourself to get started or take a next step. Get with the person who invited you here. Share this. It's going to be replayed in a second on YouTube. Share this with anybody you wish was on it.